Alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the MGM 15 rounds scheduled here in this much anticipated fight, and we are underway with round number one. So many anticipating this matchup, Muhammad Ali against Joe Frazier. What does your gut tell you, Teddy? Who has the edge here?
My gut tells me that the only time Joe Frazier is going to touch Muhammad Ali maybe is when a referee forces them to, as they introduce each other at the beginning of the fight. You know, the speed is going to be the big difference. The legs of Ali moving around. I don't know if Frazier's ever going to touch him with a left hook, although I'm sure that he's thinking in his mind that Henry Cooper was able to touch him earlier in his career, was able to drop him. Ali got up. Of course, they had that slit glove. He got extra time. Frazier, in his mind, is saying, if I touch him, he ain't getting up.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. They both decide to bring it. Joe Frazier blocks that punch. Each man able to land an uppercut. Not able to land the uppercut. It's as if they couldn't wait for the opening bell. Going at it right from the start, and we're still in the first round. Good stuff.
So it's like watching the Pirates of the Caribbean, and the Pacific, and the Atlantic, and the Indian Ocean. Everything.
What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. Tough to have a discussion about Muhammad Ali without bringing up the name of Smokin' Joe Frazier. Their trilogy, perhaps the most documented in the history of the sport.
Well, Fred Astaire, maybe the greatest dancer of all time, had to have Ginger Rogers, and you do need somebody to match up with, and he found that person. He found that person in every way, was the perfect guy to make great fights with. You know, personality-wise, the opposite of each other. And style-wise, in that ring, the opposite. One guy coming forward, another guy on the outside looking to take advantage of that forward motion.
Final 10 seconds of round number one. Round comes to an end, and that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic, and that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. And a smart counterpunch by Ali. Joe Frazier, just 20 years old when he went to Tokyo and took that Olympic gold medal in the heavyweight division. And if you ever want momentum coming into the pro ranks, win yourself a heavyweight Olympic gold.
Yeah, it gives you momentum in a lot of areas. People talking about you, people talking about giving you more money than they would have normally when you're turning pro, and the confidence. great confidence.
Must be the punch of the day. Both guys bringing home uppercuts. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Halfway through this round, he missed with that headshot. Joe Frazier's doing a smart thing right there. You got to create a little space to be able to do what you want offensively on the inside. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. A minute to go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. Targeted counterpunch by Frazier. Final 10 seconds. Ali blocks it. Round comes to an end here. An enjoyable night sitting ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. A lot better than our day we spent at the horse track the other day, where we couldn't get any winners. At least I couldn't. But we were talking about the fact that so many parallels to be made between boxing and life boxing and all these other sports we enjoy, like horse racing, of being well-conditioned and working your way up to this one singular moment.
Yeah, well, the trainer obviously has to get the athlete. In this case, athlete happens to be over 1,000 pounds, and that's a horse. You know, at peak condition, he has to look at a calendar just like a trainer does with a fighter, know when the race is, know when the fight is, and not get used up out on the track, or used up, of course, in the gym.
A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Frazier. Able to get rid of that one. Nice strike after catching one by Joe Frazier. Good block by Ali. What does a fighter need to do to really build the foundation to a great career?
Well, first of all, they have to have the desire to have that great career. There has to be something in them. There has to be coal in that furnace to burn, and to burn later on. Maybe something happened to them in their life. Maybe through their parents, maybe through neighbors, maybe through coaches. Somebody told them they were never going to make it. And they go in their mind that they're going to find a way to make those people wrong.
A headshot blocked. You see the defensive guard of Joe Frazier there. Putting him in position against the ropes. Here we go with the fourth round. Very clean offense from defense by Frazier. What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
And more importantly, can his opponent believe it? You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
And a well-placed counter by Ali. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Teddy, the influences in the corner of Joe Frazier, Yank Durham and Eddie Futch, what effect have they had on him?
The effect that both guys are the same kind of guys. Reliable, dependable guys, guys you can trust, guys you can move forward in your career with and not miss a step.
And guys that align well with Frazier's style?
Yeah, they understand what his strengths are and they feed into them.
Blocks away that headshot. Halfway through round number 4. Joe Frazier's a pro, but he's not a well-rounded pro because a better level of fighter would be committing to the body more here, wouldn't he, Teddy?
Yeah, well, first of all, he would recognize that that's where he's supposed to be going now that his opponent, you know, is taking off a little bit with those fast shoes. No better way to take those shoes off his feet than to go downstairs.
Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Joe Frazier's making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Good block. Ten clicks of the talk. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Come to the end of the round. Always interesting to see how things will play out in our fights. Teddy, it's always great anticipation when we come sit ringside and the build-up of what's going to happen.
Yeah, it is. And it's always great having a little electricity in the crowd. You know, it helps. I know it helps me with the broadcast to know that you have these passionate fans that are around.
Round number 5 has arrived. Wow, is he defensively sound. Frazier's showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. Wow, great action right from the start. Hey, I don't know that they can keep up this pace, but if they do, what a night we got ahead of us.
Yeah, we're getting tired just watching this early part.
Decide to trade there. Muhammad Ali is doing a good job of putting his punches together. His opponent's got to be wondering, how do I stop this?
Well, right now, you made a good point there, because right now his opponent is wondering too much. You know, he's just busy blocking the punches, wondering about the combinations. He's not getting off.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Well-placed counter punch by Ali. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards, but you can just see the style of fight that this is, Ben. He's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Muhammad Ali is doing a good job of just creating some space there, just pushing off. Good block by Joe Frazier. Able to cover up that gut. End of this round. Joe and Teddy sitting ringside with you. It gives us time to reflect on the bigger picture of boxing. You know, it was interesting. We had a fan walk up to you earlier today and say, hey, I know you learned everything from the legendary Cus D'Amato, the great trainer. And he said to you, what's the one thing you took away from all your years with Cus? What did you say to him?
Well, it wasn't a paycheck, I'll tell you that much, because Cus didn't believe in paying you for that. He said you're going to college, you're getting a valuable education, and you're not even being forced to pay a tuition. So I understood that. We worked 7 days a week, so there was no union. Cus believed in working on Sundays, so you couldn't go complain and say I'm being overworked. But I think, seriously, that the most important thing that I learned, of course, that from a technical standpoint, you have to be really secure in those areas. No matter how much talent a fighter has, you have to teach them right, teach them the fundamentals, but mentally. You have to understand that a fighter's really always under fear. And you have to understand those dimensions, those parameters. And you have to be able to find a way to get in there, understanding how he feels mentally and understanding how that can impair his judgment, stop him from doing simple physical things.
Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? Joe Frazier's got those earmuffs on, and he's got his hands tight against his body. But, Teddy, still, some things are getting through.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like driving a car, Joe, you know, and the weather's a little bad, and you say, I want to be safe here, I'm going to stop the car. You don't stop and park the car in the middle of the highway where cars are coming. I mean, he stopped right there in the middle of the highway. Cars are coming. You know, pull off somewhere. You know, get the heck out of there. Find the right parking spot.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. And a stabbing right hand by Ali. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Nice block. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
They start up again, back to action here with another round, but who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Joe Frazier. Blocks that punch. Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of fifth gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
Muhammad Ali's doing a good job tonight on the outside. He's able to score from the outside, keeping a safe distance away from his opponent. This is not going the way Joe Frazier wants it to go. He cannot close that gap, and if Frazier can't get in close, he's not going to have his way.
No, you know, it's one thing having power. It's one thing having a left hook with power like Frazier has, but it's another thing having a vehicle to get it to the target. Frazier needs that vehicle. Needs to bring those feet in closer.
Muhammad Ali's in a position now where he should be able to bring home a win. If things stay the way they are, he's clearly headed towards a win.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard, but he has to make sure he doesn't, like in football, go into that prevent defense. If he starts just moving, just staying away a little bit, now the things that were keeping his opponent from coming in that front door, well, guess what? They're not there no more. His opponent could get back into this fight.
Good job staying away from the danger there. We come to the end of the round. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. And looking up at these corners, you can see the cutman obviously getting to work as they do after every round. What makes a great cutman?
Well, he's got to have the right medicines, the right coagulants to stop that. Usually Avitine, thrombin, adrenaline. But the most important thing, Joe, is he has to be calm. He has to be able to identify where that cut is. Maybe there's more than one cut. So you got to be calm enough to see the whole picture, the whole landscape, clean it off, put pressure on it, get that medicine in there, keep your fighter from getting excited. And then you need a fighter who's going to get on his wheels a little bit, give the medicine a chance to work.
Blocks the headshot. Muhammad Ali's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. See the defensive guard of Joe Frazier there. That's exactly what he wanted to do, backing him up against the ropes. Good block by Ali. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Joe Frazier's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Joe Frazier's got no head movement whatsoever. I mean, this is a very easy target to hit here.
No, if it wasn't for his opponent snapping his head back with his jab, there'd be no head movement at all. But that's not the kind of head movement that you're talking about. He should be doing it on his own, getting away from the punches. But, Joe, if you haven't been taught it, it's not going to show up suddenly the night of the fight.
This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Digs in with a good, solid uppercut after taking a shot. Muhammad Ali is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. The headshot, but he parries it away. He goes down. Oh, it may be close here. Can he survive the round? Joe Frazier now rising up, and how will he deal with this?
Well, that's what he wants to know because he's been good addition. Now let's see how he takes.
Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He can get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
Nothing there. Oh, and there you go. Ali stunned, and he is hurt. Joe Frazier's showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow he has gathered momentum.
Yeah, he behaved like a fighter. He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Joe Frazier. A nice block by Frazier. Muhammad Ali's doing a good job there. He has a great sense of his identity. He knows he's got to fight on the outside, and creating that space is the way to do it. Nice block by Ali. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Able to dismiss that body shot. Good block by Frazier. So we come to the end of the round, and clearly a confidence booster for this man. He got to his opponent. He was able to stun him. Teddy, when a fighter comes back after doing what he just did, do you see them almost light up, like get a little boost of energy because of that?
Yeah, it does build your confidence a little bit. You know, it makes you feel more secure. I can control this man. I had my way.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going to distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Muhammad Ali's making me real curious here, Teddy. I wonder, should he be sticking with this style after being rocked in this fight?
It's still early enough. I would say yes. You know, you don't want to panic. You don't want to just throw everything overboard. You want to stay with what brought you here. Hey, he's been taught this not for hours, not for days, not for weeks. You know, months and years he's been taught this. You don't throw it out. You stay with it.
Muhammad Ali's fighting real smart here on the outside. Well, if ever you wanted to explain to somebody the benefits of distance while fighting, this is a perfect example by what we're seeing out of him on the outside.
Well, you know, so many times I see tall guys, and what the heck's the sense of being tall if you don't know how to fight tall? He knows how.
Good block by Ali. Muhammad Ali's clearly made a decision. He's not going to stick with what he was doing. You know, a lot of people would say, yeah, absolutely, change things up. You got rocked.
Yeah, if you're a pitcher, you know, and the guy's hitting your fastball out of the park or coming close or hitting it on the warning track, you don't wait until it goes out of the park. You change to a curveball. Well, he's changing right now.
What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. Able to dismiss it. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Joe Frazier's in a really bad spot here. I mean, he has been beaten down tonight. He is losing on the scorecards, and he's not showing me anything that says he could turn this fight around. What about you?
Well, I think he's got to change his vocation a little bit right now. He's got to become a quarterback, because what he has to do is not throw the punch, not right for the receiver, throw it to where he's going to be. I noticed that his opponent pulls back. Well, throw that punch behind him, and maybe he'll walk right into it.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. This round comes to an end here. Joe Tessitore sitting ringside, as always, with Teddy Atlas. Love coming to this fight venue. We always have a great time when we come to town, with the exception of having to pay the bill for our entire crew on the night before when they take us out to a steak dinner.
Yeah, you know, they remind me of fighters a little bit. You know, the fighters that we see that have every once in a while, very short arms. You know, these guys
they don't have the reach.
No,
they can't reach for the wallet.
No, they don't. And I tell you, they would be great on the inside. Really great. I wish I could put them on the inside in the kitchen where I didn't have to take care of them at the table, but great guys.
Muhammad Ali blocks that punch. Parries that punch away. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Wow! And Joe Frazier's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. You see him holding on.
Come on now, work it out.
Nice block by Frazier. Joe Frazier stunned there, and he's going to hold on.
He hasn't been in this situation too often.
Oh, and there you go. And Joe Frazier's been stunned.
No holding. Let's punch it out.
Joe Frazier is hurt, and he's going to clinch.
Usually Frazier's doing the hurting, so this is new territory for Joe Frazier.
Hey, I thought he was going to be knocked out just moments ago, but he has survived this.
Well, he has a granite chin.
Muhammad Ali blocks that punch. Oh, and Joe Frazier's almost out of it there. He was stunned. Can he get up from this? He's done it before, but can he get up from a second time down? Muhammad Ali's gonna be partying tonight. A knockout victory. It doesn't get better than that. Muhammad Ali's your winner by knockout.
I feel like I just read a book. You know, I know a little bit more about this guy now.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great evening.